going on, guys? PC here at Carmine, and I'm going to give you a tour of what we like to call the PC farm.
Dude, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I haven't seen Carmine in 2.5 years, so he hasn't seen any of this. And if you're watching the channel right now and you don't know who I am, well, I make YouTube videos. Been doing it for about 13 years, 9, 10 years, almost a decade full time. And here we run a heck of a personal collection when it comes to animals, as of right now. Soon to be 501c3, which we'll talk about more about that later on. But this is the PC farm.
So Paul, I wanted to get you on my podcast, but you were like, yo, I got a way better idea.
Yeah.
Let's come to my house and check out all these incredible
Let's do
animals.
a live podcast.
Yeah.
Let's do a live podcast.
It's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So I know that is some sort of turtle.
Yes.
Or is it a tortoise?
That is a tortoise. So this is a sulcata tortoise. There's actually a male coming. This enclosure we just built, it's pretty epic. We got a big mango tree in the middle. Any fruits that drop, he'll be taking care of that. The water dish, we just built that specifically out of concrete, tilted like that. All they really need to do with the water, they will soak in it, but most likely just need to drink. So it doesn't need to be super deep. We built the overhang to keep that water cool enough in the summer. You know, it gets really hot out here, so we put an overhang over there. This house is fully heated. It's got those pieces of rubber in front of it so that when they walk in, it stays warm.
You ever have a party here and one of your friends ends up in the enclosure?
More than once, more than once. We have a lot, I mean, we're young 20s, so we definitely have some parties here and the friends love it. This is quite the place.
And then once you get the male, how social are they? Or it's kind of once they want to mate, that's kind of when they will go next to each other.
They're pretty social. They like to, quite often.
Because I remember there was that one story about that one tortoise that basically saved the entire, what was the Galapagos or something island?
I don't know.
It was like one male tortoise that
I did hear about
sired
that.
Like
he just
150.
Yeah. That's pretty much all they do.
All right.
So female is over there, male will soon to become, but this is the sulcata tortoise enclosure, and it kind of leads us to what's next is eventually this area here that's open like this is where we will be making more enclosures. Just waiting on funds. You know, you got to save up money to do these enclosures, and it's a big part of the 501c3 that I want to work on. So
the best thing so far about this is when I was pulling up, Kristen, one of my incredible team members, she's like, I think I'm here because I'm looking at some sort of bird.
Yeah.
Because you got emus, bro.
We'll work our way around.
I mean, it's just such a cool vibe out here, man.
It is really cool, and it's very peaceful. To live out here is, it's one of a kind. Seriously, I've lived in a couple different spots, but this has been the most amazing out here in the farms. So.
And you have to have cool neighbors if you're going to have a situation like this.
Thankfully, I have cool neighbors. Yeah, my neighbors are all very cool. In the beginning, they were kind of like, what the heck is this kid doing? He just moves in and starts building stuff. When I bought this house, there was nothing here.
Yeah, I think the last time we actually hung out and we spoke to each other, you were in the process of buying this house.
Yeah, it was just grass. It was just the house and grass. And the pool wasn't here. Nothing was here that you'll see in a little bit. And it's came such a long way in 2.5 years. So.
And you do this all yourself. You build this all yourself.
Everything's with me and 2 other guys. So I'm usually the brain behind it. I'm not so hands-on, although I can be and have been. Hector, my guy, this is my right-hand man, and Eric, his right-hand man. So it's pretty much them two that bring my visions to life. And that's essentially how it's been the last 7 years with him, and going on almost a decade with him now. And he's done some really great things at the property.
And from concept to construction, what is your process? Like, do you just dream about it? You wake up one day and be like, yeah, I got a great idea.
Yeah, so sometimes I get inspiration from the comments on YouTube. Most of the time, it's inspiration straight from my brain at night. I love to work at night. I don't know what it is. I'm sure a lot could relate.
You're nocturnal.
Yes, I'm nocturnal. At night, I like to just relax. I sit there with the notebook. I draw out. I have ideas. I have visions. I get inspiration from the comments, like I said, along with my idea. And it slowly just becomes a thing.
Did you ever have a comment that at first you were like, there's no way I can make that happen?
Yeah.
And you did?
Yeah, the shark pond.
So you have sharks
I have
here,
sharks,
dude?
yeah. So once we enter that building, it's going to blow your mind. Seriously, this building is going to blow your mind. But that was one of those moments where I was like, I never thought I'd get a black-tip shark, and now I do. Now I do have one. So.
You ever see Ace Ventura?
No.
When nature calls?
No, I'm not a big TV movie guy.
I'm also dating myself. It's an early 90s movie.
This behind us here, though, Carmine, is going to be something crazy. I won't talk too much about it because it's just empty right now, but hopefully like raccoon, fox, whatever, definitely capybara. So there's a couple really, really cool species that are going to be out here on this other side of the property that will be touched later on.
Capybaras are sweet, dude.
And where we're walking now,
them famous.
This won't even be dirt. This is all going to be a deck with a big tiki hut, and it's crazy what I got planned. Oh, should we go check out the pond?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go check this out. This right here, I just got this battery because it's an underwater light. I got to figure out where to put the battery. But look at that fish. Look at him, Ty. He's chilling, dude.
What is that?
That's a
Koi?
platinum red tail. So just to give you an idea, like that fish, don't come steal my fish, please, but that fish is probably like $5,000.
I wouldn't put a price on that now.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. And the reason why that price is because they're grown so long. This is like a 7-year-old fish.
How long can they live?
They're like $600 when they're this big. They live a long, long time, man. They'll probably outlive me, to be quite honest with you. They get 50, 60 pounds, 80 pounds. They get massive. But for the most part, this pond is like my prized collection. Yeah, we have 22 cameras on the property, and Uncle Nicky will take care of it if you ask.
Yeah, you see that guy?
Yeah, you don't want to mess with him.
Wife beater?
This is a really cool pond.
I mean, this is probably a silly question. Have you named them, and can you tell them apart?
I have not named these ones, no, and I haven't. And I've had all these for 8 years. So these ones are my longest owned fish. I mean, these guys have been with me forever. As you can see that dust?
Yeah.
They're fired up down there right now. So when they start going crazy, that's what happens. Now it's no longer going to be clear, but this is a mud bottom pond, super natural. We moved them over from one of my other ponds, and this has been a great move for the fish and myself, to be honest.
And what did you just dig it out, fill it up?
We dug this out to use for the building platform, the foundation. We needed dirt, so we dug a pond, and which is what a lot of houses have ponds out here for, right?
Yeah.
Usually for the house foundation, but in this case, we built another house with it. I guess we'll pop in here and kind of work our way back out that way. This is going to be pretty cool. So this right here is what we call the PC fish building. This is the building that has everything inside of it. Oh, that's a knife.
Like you said, everything inside of it.
Yeah. Yes, we walk right in, and as you can see, it's pretty crazy. A lot going on, some projects going on in the middle here. As you can see, we're scaping a new tank. A little messy in the middle, but for the most part, these are the main gigs right here. You see a stingray? Got the stingray down there. We got the remora. We've got, which the remora, that's the fish that sticks to the back of a shark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's the one
that stick to the sharks.
They're just basically along for the ride. Why do they do that?
Yeah.
For protection, or?
Well, they like to eat. So anything the shark eats that comes out of its gills, they take care of that. Here's the shark.
And how big is that we're gonna get?
That guy will get 8 feet long.
So what's your plan for when it does get 8 feet?
Build another building.
Okay.
Make a bigger pond. I'm already designing it. I'm already designing a 25,000 gallon saltwater.
So what keeps them kind of just chilling with each other, and you don't have the black tip just ripping up some of these other fish?
Well, one, they're well fed. Two, he's small, so he's essentially growing up with these fish. It's not like I just drop a random Jack Crevalle in a tank with an 8-foot shark, right?
Yeah.
That'd be a different story. This Jack grew up with the shark, so as you can see, look how fired up he is. They're all growing up together, which helps, and they're well fed, so there's never really a reason for them to go attack each other. This has been the greatest enclosure / pond I've ever built, ever.
And I got to ask about the artwork, because this is
beautiful,
pretty impressive.
Right?
Yeah, who hooked you up with that?
This is my friend Sarah. She's a friend, a sister of my friend, does art, and I said, yo, come to the farm. I would love to have you do some art. And we did the art, and then these are my member names. So these are all the people that watch the channel that subscribe to like a monthly subscription to help out with some of the costs here.
Like the tank of fame right there.
Yeah, we go over before we really grab the camera. Like it's very expensive to run this place. So these are big helps for sure.
I mean, the water bill alone, dude, has to be.
Yeah, you know what? Thankfully, it's just power.
Okay.
I'm pulling water from the ground with a well.
Good.
But yeah, my power bill is $1,300.
Because I know my apartment building, dude, I pay like sewage and all this other stuff. It's like
thankfully not here.
$110. I'm like, what is this about?
Yeah, thank gosh. If we had water bill here, I couldn't even imagine. Couldn't imagine. I used to triple my mom and dad's when I lived there doing this when I started. I started in my parents' backyard, and then I kind of worked out of that. But
they're probably like, unless you're gonna pay us, you gotta do your own thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. We've got a couple freshwater tanks over here. 125-gallon freshwater, filled with a bunch of small fish. Really beautiful tank. And then we have the Fly River tub too. This is one of a kind. Let me grab him for you. I'll show you. Very cool turtle. Carmine got wet.
Oh, look at this guy.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It's a really, really
look
cool
at that
turtle.
Nose.
Yeah, it's like a pig nose. It's like a pig nose. They're really, really sick.
What'd you name this guy?
Flipper.
Flipper.
He's got these webbed feet. These webbed feet are really, really ideal for them because it's an aquatic only turtle. Like they very rarely, if at all, come out of the water. So just boom, boom. They use those to speed past. Those things swim fast. I don't know the exact speed, but they swim fast.
I mean, look at those flippers.
I've had him for quite some time. He's actually really chill with you. I've never seen him that chill. Usually he's
it's a vibe, dude.
Like whipping his flippers.
It's the vibe I give out.
It's literally a sea turtle.
I had 4 turtles when I was younger. I named them, of course, Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and Raphael.
Love that.
I was a big Ninja Turtle guy.
Love that. Yeah, this is a really cool pond. It's couple cichlids in here, and for the most part, this is just a house.
And this guy's freshwater, right? This is all
This
freshwater?
is freshwater. The only 2 freshwater things in my building, which is funny because I started out only freshwater.
Okay.
Did everything freshwater, and this is freshwater, and.
And why'd you deviate from it? Just happened that way?
I don't know. It's a great question. To be honest, I think my brain was like, saltwater is so much more opportunity when it comes to selection of fish, look, the colors. There's just a lot more to saltwater. I still love freshwater, but saltwater has really grasped my attention the last few.
And how many of these animals that you have here
What's going on here?
you either found or caught?
Not many. A lot of it's bought, yeah.
Okay.
And if you watch the channel, you'll see throughout time everything coming in. Like I could go back and watch this yard when it was just grass, which is so cool. Later on in life when I have kids of my own one day and I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, let's go back 30 years.
Yeah.
It's going to be on YouTube unless something happens, but for the most part, all of it can't really be formatted. It's all
Big
there.
happy thoughts, dude.
Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah.
It's all there. So I'm excited for that day at some point. Don't want to get old that quick, but
Yeah, don't rush it.
yeah. But I am excited one day where I could sit on the couch and be like, yo, kiddos, come watch this. This is Dad 30 years ago building a shark pond.
Well, go feed the sharks first,
Yeah.
and then come sit here and
Yeah.
check this out.
Oh, I will always have some big pond of some sort. That's for sure. This is, we house a couple grouper in here. This is more of a grow out pond. So in order to have big fish like this, if you only could find them at certain sizes, for instance, there's a fish in here called the blue and yellow cod. You can pop a picture up on the screen because it is a hard one to find. They hide in the rock unless I'm feeding.
I mean, I'm staring right now, and I can't
And you don't
see
see
it.
nothing, right?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, so there's a small shark back there. There's a bunch of stuff in here, but a lot of it hides because it's small. And until they grow, they can't move into the bigger ponds. So they stay in here for now. They grow in here. Actually, the blue and yellow cod is in the rock. You see his tail?
Oh, there he is.
That yellow tail?
Yep.
That's a fish you don't see often. So I can't find him at a big size that would be comfortable to put in there. So I got to buy him small, grow him up, and then put him in.
I'm always fascinated by camouflage or
Yeah.
just animals blending in with their surroundings, just because it's like, obviously evolution, but it's like, how do they know?
Speaking about camouflage, I'll show you something cool. This is an ambulobe panther chameleon. It's a really cool chameleon. He's coming out to say what's up to us right now. See him?
Whoa.
So he's really, really cool. Yeah, just put your hand kind of out. Don't grab him. More just like let him walk. Yeah. He'll find his way onto your hand naturally. Go, buddy.
Wow, look at this guy.
Do you feel him grab your...
Yeah.
He'll use his little feet there to grab. But this is an ambulobe panther chameleon. I've had it since it was gray. It was all gray. I had no color. And something really, really cool is this is completely fired down, is what they say. So he's not fired up. He's not mad. He's not pissed off. If you were to put like a mirror in front of him, it turns completely orange.
Oh,
Like,
because he thinks
completely
it's
orange.
another male?
Another male. I have a small mirror. I'll show you. So you'll see him kind of
Well,
open. He'll
maybe not get him
drop
fired
his
up
jaw.
on me.
I'll hold him. He'll drop his jaw a little bit and kind of become more like defensive. You see him flare up like
Yeah,
that?
that's
It's crazy.
cool.
So he'll put his jaw out, essentially.
And is that to make him appear bigger?
Yeah. And then he'll kind of turn this bright orange over time. But you could already see his
I mean,
colors.
look how he's getting real orange right now.
Yeah, you could already see his colors change. He's like that red. Look how red he got. Isn't that crazy?
That is.
And that yellow is starting to come out now. The longer I hold it here, the more the color will just enhance and saturate itself.
And where are these guys native to?
This is the, it's an island.
Okay.
Gio knows more about these chameleons, but this is an island. Do not bite me. Now he's pissed. Look at the orange now.
Whoa.
Not a big reptile guy though. That's my only reptile. Yeah, so I don't really know much about reptiles, but I will say, fish, my thing. As you can see. We can move on to the reef pond.
Yes, sir.
Dude, this is crazy. You got to check this out. This right here has, you name
That's
it.
beautiful, dude.
So
You got
inside,
Dory?
yeah, Dory. So that's a blue tang. We got powdered blue in here, purple tangs. We've got queen angelfish, French angelfish, orange shoulders, Achilles tangs, all these different tangs, fox face, gem tang. It's pretty much every tang and angelfish you can imagine.
You have every tang in here.
Yep. Every tang in here, man. Every tang in here. I like that. You're good with those. You're good
Yeah,
with those.
I
That's
wanna
that
give
radio,
you,
huh?
I want to give me too much credit, dude.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, this is one heck of a pond. This is probably around $20,000 project here at the farm to build something like this, $25,000, and it took us like a week. So
And how often do you feed
every day.
everything in the tank? Oh, like every day, same time?
Every day, different.
Okay.
It's roughly a 2-hour period usually.
Okay.
I like to feed them around like 10 to 12, and hopefully soon we'll have employees that could take care of that at a certain time every day. That would be the goal.
You ever open it up to your followers to see if they'd ever want to come through and help out?
Yeah, I'm working on it, actually. Yeah, we're working on PC experiences right now, which is part of that. And they'll be able to come, book a time. Unfortunately, it's not exactly cheap, but that's because it's quality over quantity. But yeah,
well,
at some point they'll be able to come.
This is a $20,000 tank, right?
Yes, yeah. So in order for me to build this, I'm into this property for millions of dollars. So I have to now require the time, right? The time that I'm going to have, an hour tour. It's a one-on-one tour. It'll be me and that whoever the guest is. So it's got to be priced right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't have any value to it. So, but at some point that'll be live, and they'll be able to come and essentially do this exact circle. But when I do that, there'll be a lot more. Right now, I'm not going to open it until I finish a lot of the enclosures over there and have all this with employees taking care of it. I can't overdo myself. That would burn myself out. So
that's the last thing you need.
Yeah, little by little, we're making our way there. Maybe 6 months. Yeah.
Well, good luck, man.
Thank you. We'll move our way over to here. This is the predatory pond. This is the first pond we ever built. So this pond was made out of wood. It's crazy. If you look deep inside of this, it's made out of wood. See that?
I can confirm. It's wood.
It's wood. So Hector's a beast. He knows how to kind of work with weight, right? Because there's going to be a certain capacity of weight that wants to push out. So we did 2x8s, or the 2x8s or 1x8s or something like that. 2x8s, which is this thick wood, and then we drilled it into the concrete, and we do this as a brace right here across the pond. So everything's held together, and it's stronger than you can only imagine once you fiberglass it. So the inside is fiberglass on all corners where plywood meets, and then after the fiberglass dries, we get this pond armor, they call it, and it armors the entire pond with a waterproof paint. So that's how it really stays together. These windows are placed in. These are acrylic windows, 1.5 inches. They build a frame with 2x4s. We actually built this pond. Slip the windows in silicone, and boom, there you go. You got yourself a pond. A lot easier said than done. See that beautiful wrasse?
Which one is that?
This right here. That's a broomtail wrasse. It's a really beautiful species.
That guy's a pufferfish right here?
Yep. That's a porcupine puffer. This is a different species here. This is a dog-faced puffer. So you have different species of pufferfish throughout this entire pond. This is a clown triggerfish. We have an asasi triggerfish. We have an umu nuku nuku apawaha, which is a Hawaiian state fish. We have all these different species of triggerfish, pufferfish, and really small fish in the back are monos, moonfish, panther grouper. I mean, you name it, it's pretty much in here when it comes to pufferfish. Only more to come, for sure. That big fish is called a batfish. Cool. They look really cool when they're small. So the batfish changes a lot as it matures. But this is pretty much a fish building. No animals in these enclosures, unfortunately, yet. I have one animal. I'll show you. The world's largest gecko. He's hiding inside there. See him?
Oh, damn, he is massive.
Yeah, so it's the world's largest
and
gecko.
He's got a cricket in there for him.
It's called the Leachianus gecko. Is there a cricket?
I think so, right?
Oh yeah, it's cricket's chilling right next to him in there. But yeah, Leachianus gecko, really, really cool. Wish I can give you some more information on this, but we got this collection, Gio and myself, and don't really know much about reptiles. But
are you planning on
all these are empty?
Up?
No, these are all going to be sold. This was just from a collection we had purchased for a cool live stream we did.
Got it.
And the live stream crushed it, and we had a good time. So a lot of reptiles found great homes. Excuse me, a guy sold his collection because he had too many, simply too many, like 250 geckos at one point, and he sold a lot before we got to him, but he then gave us the rest of the collection for a good cost, and we moved them on to different homes and spread them throughout the world, and people love them. All the reviews we got from the stream were great. So.
I like that. You did a live stream to give them away.
Yeah. It was really, really cool. But we'll work our way out. Obviously, I could show this tank here, but it's completely unfinished. It's right now being soaked in tannin water, so you don't really want to see that tank. I do want to show you this before we leave.
And what is tannin water?
It's just the water gets brown like that.
Okay.
Because the wood releases the tannin, and it turns that clean water brown. So I have to drain it, fill it, drain it, fill it, drain it, fill it, until it clears up more than it is, and the filter will do the rest.
Got it.
This right here is an American bullfrog. We went to the Asian food market.
Oh my God.
So we went to the Asian food market, and at the market they sell these frogs to eat. Well, I didn't want to eat them, so we bought one and kept it as a pet. And now it hangs out at the farm. And his name is Cornelius. He's a very well-known character on the channel. He eats quail, mice. He eats pretty much anything, all frozen.
He's a big-ass frog, dude.
That's a big frog. Talk about frog legs.
I mean, that's why they eat them.
It's 1.5 years right there of feeding him myself. I've had this thing forever.
And you feed him live quail and mice?
No, just all frozen. All frozen. Yeah. Big old belly. He's like, Dad, put me down, please. So yeah, he's a really cool animal. Very, very cool pet. Underestimated for sure. I love having Cornelius, and a lot of people that watch the channel absolutely love Corn. So Cornelius has his own little logo. And I'm gonna go wash my hands and we'll get back to it. So this right here is, we're back outside and we got 11 pigs here. So right here, Lulu, she's the one that started the entire journey. The reason why I have a farm is because of that pig right there.
And tell me about that.
Yeah, so back when I was a kid, and I still am a kid to a lot of people. What do you mean you're still a kid? 24 years old now, I'll be 25 this year. But when I was about 14 years old, I wanted an exotic animal. So I told my mom's a big animal girl herself, and I told her, I said, let's go get a hedgehog. She's like, okay. I was in school at the time. I was just a little young lad. And she told me, yeah, let's go. So we looked on Craigslist looking for hedgehogs, and I came across this pig. She has one blue eye and one brown eye, and I was like, I need that. Like, screw a hedgehog. Let's get a pig. Let's get a pig. We'll raise it with the dogs. My mom's such a cool woman, the best mom I could ever ask for. And she was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Why not? So we got this pig, kept it in the house for 2 years. It lived with us. And then along came AK, who was Bubba in the back. A friend of mine had a pig too, and it was a male. I didn't know anything about males and females, and I was just a kid. So I was like, yeah, I'll take him too. So I had 2 pigs living inside of my parents' house and in the backyard semi. Well, they had babies.
I knew that's
and that's where this all started. And I said to myself, my YouTube's doing well. I've been saving up money. At this time, I'm like 18. It's been like 2.5 years. I got a good portion of money set aside. Market was not what it is now. I can get a nice house with yard, land. And I was like, I'm gonna buy a house. So the day I turned 18, I bought my own house. I got out of my parents' hair, stopped digging holes in their backyard and doing what I do here, there. And I moved that onto a property out in Loxahatchee, 2.88 acres, beautiful property. A little far from home, hence why I moved here eventually. But yeah, we built a farm there, and that's where the channel really took off. And
because I never even asked you. So it all started with the concept of you just wanted exotic animals. Is that why you started the channel?
I just loved animals. I loved, to be honest with you, I loved not having to work for someone else. That was the biggest thing. Is I worked at a bait and tackle shop, which I had a great boss. Shout out to Todd. I just didn't want to work for nobody, and I didn't like the pay. I wanted to make my own money, build my own business, work on my own thing, do what I want, and that requires, take risks and do your own thing.
And it was always going to be content creation for you, because of course you could do this without anybody watching,
Of course, yeah, and I always will, even when YouTube isn't a thing, if that's ever a thing, right? Or a venture goes really great for me and I don't have to post so much, or whatever the case may be, I'll always have animals. I'll always have a pig to the day I die. I make that very clear. I've always said that to myself because it's just who I am.
I mean, it started with the pig.
And I'll always have a fish tank till the day I die. That's just how I'll be.
And your followers, have you inspired them to follow in your footsteps? Do you ever see their journey and, hey, look what I got, Paul, and I got this because of you? There's probably a couple animals out there called Cuffaro.
I wouldn't doubt it, that's for sure. Definitely. There's a lot of people that I meet. Meet and greets, this is hanging. Meet and greets, crazy. I meet so many meet and greets. I get tanks because of you, fish tanks because of you, all this stuff, animals. So most definitely have inspired many, which is awesome. It's part of the main reason why we do it, right? And to be honest, there's a lot of garbage out there on the internet. That's like what the world's just full of right now. Is just a bunch of garbage and drama, and like it's not what I'm about. And I'm like an old soul stuck in a young kid's body. So I just do what I love.
You're impressive, sir. You're very impressive.
This is what I love, and I hopefully inspire other people. And clearly, it's working. And a lot of people, parents especially, will come up to me and they're like, "Yeah, I appreciate what you make and put out there. My kids watch that, So that's my mission. That's my goal. Is like do what I like. I can make a living doing it. Hopefully it gets even bigger and better, but I'm just grateful for what we have already built so far in just the last 8 years, 9 years.
Bigger and better, I love that. Yeah. And this is such a difficult question to answer, so I understand if it's not gonna be the easy. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Obviously we have some things that you have in the works here just right on this property, but 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
5 years from now, I'd love to see myself, this property I'll never get rid of, I simply can't. I just wanna build this out. I wanna build this to where it's pretty much fully completed, and there's an employee or two that run it for a salary that they're comfortable and happy with. That way I don't have to worry much about it. I can continue to make content. I'd love to still be making content at that time. Hopefully have a family at some point. I'm kind of the young, and I would love to have a family young. So hopefully I meet someone great. I don't have a girlfriend or nothing, but that would be a good vision.
Single, you heard that.
That'd be a great mission. And then of course, I would say on top of that, have a little bit more passive income. I've dumped a lot of my money into this, all of my money into this. So maybe with the 501c3 opening a little bit, free my way a little bit of stop dumping all my personal income into this, which I don't mind doing. I love it. But if I could build some future for myself, gosh forbid this disappears one day, that would be awesome. 5 years from now to have a little bit of assets coming back at me.
And you know, if you think animals are expensive,
Yeah.
you're planning on having kids.
Yeah, I know.
They're way more expensive.
But I think that's part of life, right? That's the goal of life. Is like if I'm putting my money into my children, that's a different story. So I think that's awesome. That would be my goal, and I would love to have my parents here. I want to move my parents into here within the next 3 years is my goal.
And are they down with that?
Yeah, they love it for sure. Yeah, I want to live more on the water and fish and stuff, and this is my place. I come every day. I'll be here every day. But my parents live in a small house right now. They have animals, and my dad wants to retire soon. So as my goal as a kid, I've always wanted to just put my parents somewhere where they could just kind of relax, live out the days, and just enjoy life. And that's my goal.
I would love to meet your parents because they raise quite the person, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank you.
You're pretty.
Thank you.
You're an impressive individual, and this has
Thank you.
been a really cool experience. Also, can I go fishing one day? Because believe it or not, I've lived down in Florida for 18 years. I've never gone fishing once.
Yeah, we'll go out on the boat.
Yeah, I used to go fishing all the time.
Yeah,
when I was
we just got a
younger.
boat, so I'd be happy to take you out. We'll go chill and go offshore. You know, crack a couple and just relax. It's the best part.
You had me at crack a couple.
Yep. Yeah, we just fish. We love to go offshore on my free days. We do that all the time. We'll go pop offshore and drop some bottom baits, have a couple drinks and relax,
Awesome,
man.
I appreciate it. Why is he or she by herself?
So she's actually.
Oh wait, no, I didn't need the hello plot twist.
He's got a homie. Yep. So this is the male. This is Mango. This is Lady May. As you can see, this time of year sucks with the flies. Ton of flies. It's unfortunate, but it's just this time of year. It's finally coming summer around, and that's just how it is out here. But yeah, this is Lady May and Mango, both rescued. Mango was rescued out of Miami. Someone was moving and they couldn't take him, so I had to take that one in. And Lady May was going to be killed in Naples, and I didn't want her to die. She's the sweetest pig I have out here. She'll sleep with you. She'll hang out with you, and she's a really, really beautiful animal. And she's such a sweet soul, man. Such a sweet soul.
Biggest misconception when it comes to pigs.
Yes, they're not dirty. A lot of people say pigs are filthy, pigs are dirty. Pigs are, one, they're brilliant. They're absolutely so smart, it's ridiculous. As you can see, they poop in one corner. See, poop, poop. They poop in one section of the farm. They don't poop just randomly like goats. Goats are the dirtiest. They're so filthy, it's insane. So if anyone ever tells you goats are dirty, that's a truth, and pigs are not. I lived inside with the pigs. They were cleaner than my dogs.
I mean,
they clean
dogs
themselves
are filthy
all the time.
too.
They clean themselves. They love to bath. Yeah, listen, this is quite the farm, and it's only getting crazier, but I got to show you something even cooler.
All right.
Yeah, let me show you, aside from the turkeys over there, by the way. They're in the cage right now. They're probably going to come out soon. But I'll show you something even cooler. Munchkin. This is like, okay, you know we got raccoons here.
Yeah.
In Florida, we got raccoons, a typical raccoon. In Mexico, this is like their raccoon. So if you showed like anyone in Mexico this, they'd be like, oh, that's a raccoon, bro. But like here, it's crazy. It looks like a lemur / monkey / raccoon all put together in one. I mean, I'm gonna get dirty for this.
He's happy to see you.
He's gonna jump on my back for sure.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. He's a little filthy right now because my uncle sprayed him. I know, dude.
Hey, Kristen, you want this on your back?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Well, get on in here.
He's filthy. He'll jump right on your back. The nails are a little sharp,
He's good.
so just be ready. Go, Munchkin. Yeah, so this is Munchkin, also known as Cheech. It's a Coatimundi. It's quite the animal. It doesn't smell the greatest, but it's like a raccoon.
Is that why your uncle sprays him? Keep him
he bathes himself.
possible?
Yeah, he bathes himself. He might
Jump on you?
might go across. Come on. Go, buddy.
Oh, there it is.
It's quite sharp.
He's okay.
Okay.
That right? The
Right? Yeah.
butthole right on your head.
Does it every time. Munchkin, what do you think?
Doing?
Isn't that awesome? A Coatimundi.
Where you draw the line, Kristen, is amazing to me.
I'll take some pictures.
Buttholes on the head.
That's not the first
awesome.
time she said that on camera.
That's great. So he's an awesome animal at the farm.
And how'd you obtain him?
I got him in Texas. So we drove him down 20 hours in a car, and he's like unlike raccoons, they're not nocturnal.
I see he's just got energy right now in the middle of the day.
So they sleep during the night, just like us humans. Overnight we drove instead of during the day.
Smart.
And he slept the whole way.
Wow, that's convenient.
Yeah. And he's actually really funny if you, like, he loves to get back rubs and belly rubs, and he does this little nibble. Like, that's not even him biting. He's just
That's a pleasure nibble.
It's a pleasure nibble. Like, he's just playing. So I'll show you like this little back rub thing. I can get him to.
That is funny.
Isn't that great? Just hold
That's
him like
pure
this.
bliss for him.
Yeah.
That's Munchkin's bliss. Look at that.
Just relaxing. He just lays
Are
upside
they social
down.
creatures? Would you ever get
Super
another one?
Look at him, bro. I would love to get another one. They do typically need a partner.
I mean, but you just
I spend
constantly
so much
spend
time.
so much time.
As you can see, I spend a countless amount of time with this animal. Like, if you follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, all that, I show that I'm with him a lot. Hence why he's so cool with me and he knows me very well. I feed him fruit, vegetables, everything you can name it, meat. He's a really cool animal.
I mean, you're looking for the Mrs. Cuffaro one day, dude. If puppies draw women to you, dude, this
oh,
thing
bro,
will
I'll
be,
bring this thing on a leash at the beach.
Oof,
Talk about Mrs.
over.
Cuffaro. I'll have one real
Game
quick.
over.
No, he's a beautiful animal. Really, really cool. Super awesome animal. And a great personality for the farm. And especially when we do those tours, this would be huge.
You know how kids are always battling their parents? Oh, can we get a dog? Can we get this? You're going to be one of the coolest dads ever. It's like, you know what we should get?
We should get a freaking monkey.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, your nails are
What kind of monkey
sharp.
would you want? Like a capuchin?
I don't know. A baby chimp.
A baby chimp. No, too many horror stories with that.
I know. They get big. They get big and powerful. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about monkeys. I probably won't do monkeys. I have a couple animals in mind. Alligators being one of them. I'd love to get some alligators out here. Under 4 foot is the permit I'd have to get because I don't live on 5 acres. But there's a couple laws when it comes to FWC. You just got to be careful and work your way around. But I'm pretty respectful to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to burn any bridges,
I don't want to burn no bridges, yeah. And so far, things have been great. But I'll move over to the goats. We'll say hi to the goats and then the emus. But the goats are...
These dirty
guys.
critters.
These dirty critters. Come here, little baby. This guy is amazing. This is little baby. So he comes to all the... Like, I'll get invites from, like, my buddy.
He looks like the goat from Goat Simulator. You ever play that game?
No.
There's a game called Goat Simulator.
Really?
And it looks just like him.
Yeah, he's a super friendly goat. Usually they're all here like waiting on you to pet them, but since they're eating right now some hay, they're not even interested in us. These guys were all pretty much rescued or bred at my old farm. So one of the two, it's like half and half split. We have Oscar, which is up top. We have little baby, Oscar. Emmy's the colorful spotted one over there. And then we have Boots, who's pretty much the OG. Like, everyone knows Boots.
There's a reason that goats, when they're younger, they're called kids because they like slides.
Yes, like slides, trampolines. They've got everything in here.
Wait a second, they'll jump on a trampoline?
They'll just sit on it, but yeah, they will bounce. They will bounce. They will bounce.
You see them doing backflips?
Yep. And then we got Babe. Babe the pig lives with them. Just kind of was always a really friendly pig, and I was like, you know, Babe, I could save myself an entire enclosure by putting you with the goats. So that's what I did. Yep.
Good stuff.
We have a lot of unfinished projects too. This is going to be a big turtle pond, especially for when the tourists come, and to have the kids, you know, feed turtles would be really cool. So this is untouched, unfinished. There'll be a big island in the middle and some rescued turtles here. A lot of the stuff here is rescued, a good
And all turtles are aquatic, right? Not all tortoises don't go in the water.
Tortoises don't like the water, yep. So turtles are, yes, aquatic.
So if you ever see a tortoise crossing the road, don't go throw it in a pond.
Yeah, especially the gopher tortoises. It happens all the time. All the time. And they just
it's like, oh, I saved you.
Yeah, sink like a rock.
You actually just
sink
killed
like
that
a rock.
thing.
I'll show you. We just built this. Hector just built this. I can't say we. My brain was what was behind it, but Hector did all the work. This is, it might be quite dark in here, but we just built a prep room. So we never had anything to really prep animal food before. So now we have some freezers, a fridge, and a lot more to do all of that, especially as we get into crazier, more exotic animals. You need would be essentially as a place for an employee to prep the food. Not only is it legally, you have to have that to get a USDA license, but just for the animal's sake, right? I'm gonna have Monday through Sunday bagged food for each animal, and this is where that'll all go down and get prepped up. So
who eats the mealworms?
Cutting board. Honestly, the turtles loved them. Yeah, when I used to have turtles, this is old. Turtles loved them. The chickens like them. Chickens, which I don't have any of them now.
I would love for you to throw a party here. All of a sudden, I take that bag out there and put it with the regular chips and stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you go eat some mealworms.
Put it on the little seasoning.
Hey, who likes that flock party?
Yeah, we've got a little cat house here. That's kind of cool. These guys, I have 2 cats that run around the farm. That's like their little house. Gosh forbid they need to.
And you brought those cats, or they kind of just wandered on
we rescued them from Craigslist too. Everything's rescued. We rescued them from Craigslist, and they've grown up here to keep control of the rats, because with all the animals, rats come, and that's how we get that taken care of. But I'll walk in here with you. This is Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
This is Rick and Morty. Ty is trying to go after Ty. They're interesting birds. They have very different personalities every day we come out here. So they're either in a really good mood or they're in a really weird mood, and they don't really want to.
How can we tell? Just so I know if we should get out.
They won't ever attack you. At least I've never had it happen.
Hey, there's a first time for everything.
There is a first time for everything.
And if you're gonna do it, might as well do it on camera.
Yes, exactly. So these guys are pretty friendly for the most part, and I rescued them from some guy that unfortunately passed away. They were a lot smaller when I got them, and now they've grown like a stupid amount. I mean, these things are 3 times the size. They see that
Morty,
nice blue neck.
Yeah.
I think they're both females. They did lay an egg at one point. I don't see any more eggs. Still haven't seen any since. But yeah, Rick and Morty are 2 emus, and their feet are like dinosaur feet.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they say. Dinosaurs, basically, birds evolved from dinosaurs, so.
You see the sound they make?
Oh, that's them?
Yeah, you hear them?
I thought it was some kind of drum noise in there.
Hear that? Hear that?
Whoa.
Let's see if I can get the mic up to them.
Almost sounds like the noise gators make.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I mean, in a way, it's not like that's Bible, but Jurassic Park, when the raptors make that weird noise.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Yep, this is quite the Jurassic Park vibe here. The emus, these guys are nuts. Absolutely nuts. Tell you what, my uncle, look at him.
He's setting booby traps on the property to make sure you don't come in and steal anything.
Literally.
Keep those fish in the pond.
This is that's pretty much it, man. I mean, that's the whole wrap.
Well, Paul, that's awesome. This is way better than being in the studio. Just
right, that's what I said.
So
like, come to the farm. This is this would be
for everybody else. You got to come in the studio unless you got cool ass animals like this. But
this
we made
is
the exception.
Quite the property, man. I mean, hopefully I answered any questions.
No, you answered all those questions,
I
man.
think,
And I'm excited to watch your journey. Obviously, we should hang out a lot more than we did. You know, we saw each other, what, 2.5 years ago? We'll make it more of a habit, go fishing, and go from there, man. Any way I can help you, let me know. I mean,
vice versa, man. I'm glad we were able to make this happen, and hopefully you all enjoyed the video. This is quite the journey, and I really think we're just getting started. It's the craziest part. Yeah, we still got a whole half an acre left to go. I've only used about half the property, and we still have some big projects in the fish building. So,
well, thanks for this collab. And you can check out Under Pressure because I got to shamelessly plug my stuff right now.
There
Anywhere you consume your podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I hope you guys check it out. And Paul, thank you so much, man.
Of course.
This was cool, dude.